Hey everyone, welcome to the Horror Show. I'm Cecil Laird.
I'm in Fuego, yeah. Producer Dave.
And we are back for another commentary episode. Now, this isn't going to be a standard commentary episode like Dave and I have been doing. So far, we've done Hidden Intent, Private Residence, and The Park by the time you guys have seen this, even though technically we haven't recorded The Park yet, but whatever. We are going to be doing commentary on our 4th Flashback episode, just to keep it running, because the commentaries have been pretty fun. Fuego hasn't watched this yet. Dave had nothing to do with this outside of me telling him about it when I got back from it. But I did the work in this one in that I would say jumped, except I was more pushed.
So you did no work.
I did no work. Fair enough. I did no work,
all right.
But I did fall out of a 15-story high crane cart. So
yeah.
You'll see how this goes.
About Cecil.
So basically, when I was about 18, because I had to be 18 in order to do it, I went down to visit a buddy of mine who was a family member through marriage, but that marriage ended. But during that time, we became very close as cousins, and so he lived in Texas. So I went and visited him one time and stayed at his place for about a week, and it was a lot of fun. He's a racer. He's still a racer. Now he's actually a doctor and a guy that races race cars.
Yeah.
Fucking like, he's like such a buck the trend kind of guy, but it's my buddy James, who actually does appear very briefly in the video because he jumped before me. But yeah, James is a really good guy, and he took me down to South Padre Island, which is a sort of vacation-y spot in Texas. A lot of the people go down there. It's on the Gulf, and there was, at the time, the second largest bungee jump in the country at 15 stories, about 155 feet up. And so that is what we decided to do this fine weekend day. And I'm assuming it's the weekend, but here we go. So we're going to actually react to that episode. Fuego hasn't seen this, so I want him to see Dave's intro because it's pretty funny.
I haven't seen my intro.
Shout out to Jerks Productions for this.
Yeah, shout out to Jerks Productions
variation.
for this awesome little intro that he made up for us. That they made up for everyone, us. Welcome to the Horror Show. I'm Cecil Laird.
Producer Dave. This is awesome. Hey guys, how's it going?
Dave's on a bungee cord right now, which you should take as a signal that this is our 4th flashback episode. Why? So yeah, because this is us. Absolutely nothing to do with any introing the video.
However,
anyway, that's the joke. So we can
That was a
skip
funny
ahead.
joke.
It was a funny joke. So
I want to watch the actual
commentary
episode.
of this, if you don't mind. But all right, here we go. What did I say? I hope you enjoyed. We won't probably do a commentary.
Talking.
Yes. Thanks. We'll probably do a commentary of this as well, just because. At the very least, we'll show everyone on the show. We're gonna do a lot of episodes around these, you guys, so I hope you don't mind. But all right, here we go.
Here we go.
Well, we're at Louis' backyard, South Padre Island, Texas, home of the second largest bungee jump in the United States.
I added the 1998.
Texas. We have a jump already, and
George Lucas.
Felt very, Paranormal Activity.
Drew.
Oh man,
See, that was
that youngster.
Yep.
I just
Yeah, that pro man.
Since 4th grade, so.
No, okay, I'm gonna stop right
He
there.
hasn't peed his pants since 4th grade.
I'm gonna stop right there
Yeah.
because I was
Efficient,
trying to
right
be
away.
funny on the fly, and and it's so funny. You can see me realize. Wait, is 4th grade too late for me to have pissed my pants?
Yeah.
And
Your
so
pants is the truth.
I correct that.
No, because you could be 35 and still piss your pants. So.
Well, but
The
that's
Adam Sandler
incontinence.
picture,
That's not.
Yeah, if you want to be
anything
cool.
with that. So anyway, like I said, my buddy James is in this video. You saw very briefly. We'll catch a quick glimpse.
Jump in the United States and the largest in Texas. We have a jump already, and let's go check in with him and see how he's doing.
Just the tracking.
Old school editing. Old school
Just the
editing.
tracking.
That's my buddy James. So that's my buddy James, who's now a doctor and a race car driver.
Damn.
All right. Yeah, I did not live up to those standards. So yes, he's calling me Drew because my middle name is Andrew, and up until college I went by Drew because I actually hated my name Cecil for the first however many years of my life that was. Until I realized in college that, hey, Cecil's actually pretty unique. And in the entertainment industry, it would be very unique as well. So I decided to roll with it and stopped correcting. You know, I couldn't very well correct every professor in a 500-person class as they're taking roll. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's why he's calling me Drew, and that's why I have this baby face.
That's why I call him Drew sometimes.
Yeah, that's why Dave calls me Drew.
You say it. And Marcia says it too.
Well, there's first time for everything.
Yep.
I just haven't pissed my pants since 4th grade, so if that, I hope.
He's like,
see, there you go. See, I tried to do damage control. If that, I hope. Like, I was like, I can't think of anything except the fact I'm about to jump out of a goddamn basket 15 stories up.
Pants.
So, yeah, all right.
You up there, okay?
You like, by the way, this was in the phase at which I've always been a bigger guy. As you can see, I'm still kind of big even for then. But you can see my bouffant hairdo. I've always had the hair that goes up. If I let my hair grow, it would never actually fall. I would have the biggest white dude fro you've ever seen.
Scientists like John
should have a
hair,
fro
like,
off.
For sure. I would. I could have a fro off. It would be really
25,000
bad.
subscribers.
It'd be really bad.
Grow our froze out.
But you can see, at the time I discovered button-down shirts. I'm like, hey, that's not too bad. I don't feel like my gut is as noticeable, especially if I've got a Hawaiian button-down shirt. I am super cool now. So, all right.
Just a college
Let's watch the embarrassment again of my little cute comment.
Drew, how you feeling, man?
Well, there's first time for everything.
Yep.
I just haven't pissed my pants since 4th grade, so if that, I hope.
Okay, pause it for a second.
We'll see you up there, okay?
Yeah, here's the joke.
So then it cuts.
Okay. Here, we're going to edit it. Okay.
I am now 150 feet in the air.
Oh my god.
I don't have shoes on.
Why not?
Because they didn't want us to, because of the air mattress. In case we
when you
hit
hit
it,
the
they didn't
ground,
want
your
us to
shoes
pop it
come
with
off.
my shoes or some shit. I don't fucking know.
When you hit the ground.
But I am 150 feet in the air. He is super zoomed in, so it doesn't feel like that. But what I'm going to say is, I think I might have said that in the actual intro of the video. When I was down there, you see right next to me, you see the actual air mattress, right? You can see it right here. This is the air mattress. You see, it's like a story high.
Oh, so this is before they like hoisted you up, obviously.
Oh yeah, this is beside it, right? And they tell you on my third fall, you see me reach for my legs, and they tell you got to reach like that so you fall right, you know. So when we bring you down, you do it right. You're not flailing around. You got to do that. So that's why I do that at the end. But
so how much little preparation pep talk did you have before doing this?
Oh, none.
Oh, so it's not like
No.
tandem skydiving or anything like that.
Oh no, they're just like, okay, you're gonna get up there. We're gonna count you down. 3, 2, 1, go, and you jump. And it's like, I'm like, okay. Now, there's other things to touch on as we get to them. You'll see. You'll see. We don't need to hear me make my mistake again.
But what I was going to say was the joke 20 years later is, what did you say first? You're like...
I said, this is the first time for everything.
First time for everything. That's the punchline. You said the punchline first. You're like, well... I don't think I've ever pissed my pants.
I haven't pissed my pants.
There's a first time for everything.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. That's
all right,
true.
so if we rewrite it as a child,
we rewrite it. Okay, yeah, someone that's actually smart.
That's how we'll do it.
All right, fair enough. All right, so I'm 150 feet in the air, and not only that, but if you can tell, there's something right here. You can see there are 2 ropes. I actually was attached to 2 bungee cords because I was slightly over the weight of 1 cord that was safe. And I was happy to take that. I'm like, you know what? I might not have as big a bounce, but I'm for sure going to be saved by one of these fucking cords. So I was fine to double up on the safety here. Yeah. But there's something really funny, what you can look at as I jump off. I'll show you. Dave has seen it numerous times, but here we go. So
instructions from our jump master up there, and should be jumping any minute now.
You're scared.
And boom. All right. Now, I want you to take notice of a couple of things right here. Now, first off, let me actually go back just a scotch.
That guy's hand is in
so
your
you
ass.
see, this is what was going on. Basically, he's like, okay, ready? And you lean out and you hold on to the actual thing. They have 2 railings. You can see 2 railings right there, right? So you see the one here and the one on my left side. And he's like, 3, 2, 1, go, go, go. And I wasn't going. And so if you look very closely, Actually, you don't even need to look that close.
He
But he fucking shoved my ass off that thing. He's like, "You can't do this. You gotta go." So let me
That's
go
your
back.
Air Jordan right there.
Yeah, and at that point, I'm like, I'm off. I'm doing
Your
it.
shoes.
It's Superman
that should be your
time.
symbol for your
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. He didn't have shoes on. But yeah, look. So he legitimately shoves me out. Like he even has to pull his arm back in. And so here we go. All right. So I'm
What was going through your mind right when you were pausing it right there?
It was
like looking down over the bag.
Well, that's the thing. I don't scream. I don't scream except for in happiness on my second fall. The first fall is all about, oh my God, I hope this catches me. Like, that's the whole thing going through your head is, oh shit. Like, I'm headed straight for this thing. I'm 15 stories up. I'm going to fall like the biggest pebble that's ever have fallen. And I am going to just shoot right through this air mattress if anything goes wrong. No, the air mattress is there if the bungee cord catches you once and then fails. Mm-hmm. The air mattress is going to do absolutely nothing if it fails the first time. Yeah. You're just going to, it's going to be, you know.
You know what would be really funny is if you hit it so hard, you just bounced and 200 yards away.
And I would land in the ocean and then get eaten by a shark. That's what would happen for me.
So this was beside the ocean.
This is beside the ocean. Yeah, this is beside the ocean. So, all right. So here we go. This is the actual jump. I'm going to let it run this time.
Could you see the ocean from up there?
Oh, are you kidding me? I was next to the ocean up there. This was literally on the beach.
Okay.
So, all right. Yeah, and there's an arcade inside the building, inside that Louis building. There's an arcade inside, but yeah. All right. So I'm going to let it play and then I'll go back.
There he gets pushed.
You hear me?
Looks like a pretty good jump in here.
Looks like we caught a big one, Earl.
Let's go check in with Drew and see how he feels.
See, and so I reach and I grab up. All right, so here we go. I'm going to do this now. All right, so I get shoved.
Double cord.
Now, the first one is completely like, oh shit, I hope it catches me. That's why at the very end you hear me do something. I'm like, oh, like, cause I'm like, oh my God. The first one catches me and then I'm like, oh, I'm safe. At that point, I get super excited and you can hear me.
Looks like a pretty good jump.
Right? I'm like, okay, I'm alive. Now I can enjoy this. But that's when I realize, if you notice, I jumped straight down the first one and then you spring back and this fall, you are a half a football field away from the air pad at this point. You are nowhere near the air pad because you've dropped and then you've bounced back this way.
Yeah, I thought you were going to have more cord, man.
Oh,
like
no. Well, that's because I had the two.
Yeah.
It's because I had the two, so I had the short thing. But that's the thing. What you don't realize is because of the way fucking physics works, you drop down on the first one perfect, but then you spring back, and then you fall nowhere near the pad on the second one, so if it fails on the second one, I'm street meat.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
Hence getting tossed in which direction, like you were imagining.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or it would have been beach meat, I guess, in this case.
Beach meat.
I would have literally
shark
been a
jump.
human javelin. I would have suffocated in the sand because I would have gone... but here we go.
No, it would auto.
Oh, whoops. Whoa, too far. Too far. All right.
Spun you around a couple times.
And then my last one, I'm like, yeah, cool. Yep, I got excited on my last one because I'm like, yes, I am alive. And then I grab on, and they start to lower me, right? They start. Look at the guy up top is shaking like a motherfucker. He's got to be like, oh, no more of this guy.
Oh, shit. Little bit of shaking, but, I'm all right.
You like it?
Oh, yeah.
All right, buddy.
Once I got out there, I was like hanging on for dear life.
You're on a neutron high.
So, yeah. I was hanging on for dear life. You guys literally had to push me. but yeah, so that's my bungee jump, Fuego. What are your thoughts?
Nope.
You would never do it, huh?
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
Never skydive either?
Fuck no.
Why?
Scared, bro.
Too scared?
Yeah.
I would
surprised
only
that I did
bungee
it?
jump.
I give you mad props for doing it. Yeah.
I mean, I have proof. Like, I
Yeah.
could have talked till the cows come home about my bungee jump, but then I found the video. I'm like, yeah.
I've had friends try to convince me to skydive and stuff like that, and I'm just like,
I want to do it. Would
I don't
you
know,
do? Would you do the indoor skydive thing that they have in
I would be
Scottsdale?
much more inclined to do that.
That's, you know what I found out? It's like $50 an hour. to do that.
Yeah, but you take turns.
No, I know. You get like 2-minute rides each time. But they said that you can do it up to like 300 pounds or something like that. So
what I was going to say is the only way I would ever bungee jump is if I had all the stuff attached to my feet and I had to like shoot a bow and arrow as I jumped off. And if I didn't hit the bow and arrow, I'd fall into water or something.
If you didn't hit the target?
Yeah, like if you miss the target, you fall into water.
So what? Do you have to jump off or do you get pushed off though? You gotta
it's like
run
a big
and leap
explosion.
up.
Yeah, no, it's like you're jumping away from a big explosion and you gotta.
So cool. That goes all the way back to you and me when we were kids playing in the pool. Yeah. We would do things. We would
That's
run
exactly
from
where it comes
We
from.
would run from the side of the pool and be like, one of us would be in the pool,
right?
And like I'd be running, and be like, no, and then Dave would be like. And I would like, and you just jump off and fall into the pool like you're avoiding an explosion. Literally, since we were kids, we've been doing that shit. So that is just an amped up version of that, Dave. I don't know who you're trying to fool.
That's funny. I've still seen statistics where people say that bungee jumping is technically more dangerous than skydiving.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah. What do you mean for sure?
For sure.
Why?
Yeah, because there's so much more that can go wrong.
How?
You could like literally die.
You can't literally die with the skydiving?
No, you don't really die when you die for skydiving.
Yes, you do. Are you kidding? No, okay, so here's the thing. In skydiving, you're only relying on one thing, your chute.
Right.
In bungee jumping, you're technically relying on the cord, you're technically relying on the crane, you're technically relying on the air mattress, you're technically relying on the slackness and falling where you're supposed to fall. So I get that.
It all comes down to whoever's preparing your stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you pack your parachute, usually you pack it or you have trusted people who pack.
They did a good enough job, though, obviously. Yeah. I mean, I was alive.
I tell you.
I want to be alive.
Oh, that was a good.
Yeah, shut up.
You really do look like they caught you out of the ocean. At a couple points, like they pulled it back, and you're like,
really?
Flyfish.
Well, I don't know. It was fun. Yeah. I'm glad I did it, for sure.
I'm glad it's documented, dude. It's
awesome. Well, that's the thing. Like, I'm not that old. I'm 37 now. I shouldn't advertise that. But I've skydived, or no, not skydived. I've bungee jumped. I have scuba dived numerous times. I've shipwreck dived, which is awesome. I've been able to go down to 100 foot under the ocean shipwreck and explore it. That was fucking cool. I want to do more of it. And
have you seen where they put a giant?
And I survived a strip club in Mexico.
Acrylic tube.
Those are dangerous.
Into a crocodile or a shark cage or a aquarium,
and then you can
and then you could scuba inside.
I would do it.
That'd be cool.
I would do it. I would absolutely do it. I do. I want to shark dive. I absolutely want to shark dive. Would you really not do that?
I don't know, man.
What if I bought your ticket?
I don't know, man.
It's like $1,500 a person, but if I bought it, you'd have to go.
I'll film their demise.
Yeah, David go film. David go film from inside the cage.
I want sharks with pieces of Cecil in his teeth. Now.
Hey, look, if that happened, I'd literally be like, I always knew.
Yeah.
If there's one way I was gonna go, it was gonna be that.
All I had to do was avoid
alive
this, but
by
I just couldn't. I always knew. I didn't think it'd be my first time trying it, but it makes sense.
You're like, in some ways, it's an honor.
Yeah.
The psychic was right.
Feed the fish, Cecil today. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it, guys, for our commentary on the bungee jump.
Let's applaud this man.
Yeah. Great job. One last question. How long did the adrenaline rush last afterwards? Do you remember?
Oh, you know what's really interesting? I'm glad you brought that up.
It seemed like when you were talking afterwards, it was still going.
It lasted probably, here's the thing, it probably only lasted about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then after that, and this is the weird thing, this is why after this moment, I could always understand adrenaline junkies. Because that feeling is not something you can just recall in your brain like a lot of other experiences that you do.
Yeah.
As much as I try, you cannot recreate the feeling of literally falling through the air and then being saved at the last second like that. There's nothing within you that can make you relive that unless you're going through it again. Yeah. So that's why adrenaline junkies, skydivers, they can be like 80, 90, 100 skydives because they're chasing that feeling every time. And by God, I understood after this. I really, really did.
It's like sex.
Chase the dragon.
It does. You know what? I need to lose like another 50, 60, 70, 80 pounds, and then I want to skydive. I really, really do. I want to try it one time. Because it's just, you're not going to get any closer to any creator than when you're jumping out of a plane and not surrounded by anything except your dive suit and a parachute. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if anything, you're just saying, F you, you said I can't fly, well look, I can fly. Well, you said I can't fall, well look, I can fall too.
Well, that's the other thing, like, how much like your dreams would it be? You know, all the dreams I've had growing up of when I fly and then fall. Like, I actually did have pretty regular dreams about flying, so it doesn't surprise me. I wouldn't be surprised if I, you know, tried to eventually somehow get successful enough where I could have lost the weight and also skydive / squirrel suit my first time out. So if I fuck it up, I can just dive. But I wouldn't do like the mountainside squirrel suit. I would do it in free air, so I wouldn't be in danger of hitting anything, because I know I would.
No, but, what we'll do is on the ground we'll have people release like like a balloon circle.
Dude, give me like real life pilot wings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved pilot wings.
Yeah.
So like take balloons and you tie them in a circle and then you let them go at certain points.
Yeah, exactly. Time the release, and then I'll try and do a big loop. Oh, that'd be so fucking cool. God, if only I was a I want to be a billionaire so fucking bad. All right, well, that's going to do it, you guys, for the commentary on our Flashback episode number 4, Cecil's first and only bungee jump. Thank you very much for joining us. Let us know in the comments down below if you enjoyed this commentary. This was the last of the first round of Flashback episodes that we have. We do know that there are at least 2 more short films that we have access to if we can just figure out how to get them off of our DVD. We'll be able to do those. There is one that is just a Howard Stern fan film that we filmed. And then the other is another 48-hour horror film that we made that actually might rival Private Residence. So we absolutely have to get those. The other video is just a demo reel that Dave did that we'll have to recut to new music anyway. But I actually think Dave could go through and cut some stuff together from these videos now. Put together a new demo reel to some cool music, maybe. Anyway, there's at least 2 more films that we will have coming in the Flashback series. Hopefully more, but we'll see what happens. So, you know what? Maybe we should do a commentary on Sweet at some point, since we're all here and ready.
Yeah.
Maybe we should.
Might as well.
All right. Well, thanks very much for watching, you guys. Until next time, I've been Cecil Laird.
This guy's crazy. I'm Jaime and Fuego.
And I'm producer Dave.
And remember, stay scared.